Happy New Year! And in this video, I'm gonna reflect back on 2021 and I'm gonna look forward to the next year. Wow. It's a special time because, like, from my perspective, we are in a spiritual awakening and there's a lot of darkness going on, and this darkness is helping us to see our own light, but this darkness is affecting everyone. Um, yeah, and it's also dividing people. Maybe in your life too, you see that because we think different, there's more separation. And the truth is that we are all one. That's why my company is called House of Oneness. And I also love the idea that if we remember that we are all one, we would live in a different world. What we see at the moment is more like we see a lot of beauty, but also a lot of darkness, I think, more than ever before, because the mainstream media is doing their best to put this crisis as a pandemic and is, yeah, if you are in the Netherlands, so I've been in the Netherlands this year, the everyday conversation is about Corona. But I spent this year in different places. And the start of my year was in Uluwatu, New Year's Eve. And there was a curfew. So that affected our New Year's. I don't remember this so clearly anymore, but I remembered who I was and that we had a nice dinner. We had sunset on the beach. And then it was a bit strange because last minute they put on the curfew. We were driving on a scooter through Uluwatu, like, where can we go? Where can we go? Oh, this is closed. Oh, that's closed. Oh, there's a party. And then they came checking on, like, no, this has to also stop. And yeah, it was a bit chaotic, the start of my year. But then Bali has been a big blessing. I met amazing people. I got a lot of new friendships, or I've been deepening friendships. I've been traveling to beautiful places, and there I also started with recording my podcast. So that was one thing that was amazing. I've been working hard also to make a new website, houseofwonders.com. There was a lot of trouble. If you have a website, I guess you know what I mean. Technology, and it takes longer and it takes longer. And you think, oh, within a few months it will be ready, but it's not. But now looking back, I'm really happy that it's there. I didn't do an official launch. Maybe I have to do this like now, this coming year. But yeah, it's working. I'm happy with that. And I always see things that I want to improve. But that year, yeah. So in many countries, there has been lockdowns, limitations. We've had some periods with a curfew in Bali. And then there came a period that they wanted to push the injections. And then they also put militaries here on the street, and then there was a change. So I've had beautiful months with so many blessings, and then first something that happened, and that was that my friend passed away. Vincent, I've been guiding ceremonies with him. I know him for a long time, and that impacted my life a lot. I never lost someone that was so close to me as he was. Like, yeah, of course, my grandparents, but he was 36, and I was really sad about it. And at the same time, because I was at Bali, I thought it's almost impossible to be sad. And I also felt him so close to me. He immediately appeared in my dreams. And right now I feel as if he's here in spirit with me. Then, because it started to change, I moved to Ubud. And there I found my dream house in a beautiful way in the jungle. It was like, wow, dream coming true. I was there for 2 weeks, and then my father called me that my sister was in the hospital. She was fighting for her life. So I flew back to the Netherlands without thinking what I was leaving behind. And in the Netherlands, I haven't been so happy. In Bali, I was every day shining, every day grateful for so many things, for just being. There was just a basic foundation of peace. The basic foundation in the Netherlands was more, restless. And of course, to see my sister, it was also difficult to see her like that. She couldn't do anything. It was a streptococcal bacteria in her lungs. And yeah, that was hard for me to see. It was emotional. And yeah, she needed some months to recover. She couldn't take care of her children. She has 3 children from back then, 5, 7, and 2 years old. And yeah, that impacted us all. So my parents, my sister, like everyone. I also understood, like, I want to be here. I want to be here now. And on a distance, I could never see how bad it was. It was, yeah, hard to see. And at the same time, I was also missing Bali from the day I left. And it made me suffer. And I really thought, like, I have so many reasons to feel blessed, but somehow I don't feel it. Then I traveled. I did different parties because there were restrictions. So I thought that then I have to create my own parties and my own things. I started this already from the beginning of the crisis, that I had my own house parties, like at my house. So it was already in 2020. Yeah. 2020, I started this, and I started a WhatsApp group. And until today, it has been growing and growing and growing. And it's not about the parties. Only when I'm in the Netherlands, there are parties. And if I'm not there, there are no parties. So this time I came back, I did a party, I did another party. That was really amazing to be together with like-minded people, to connect people. That's something I really love doing. I did also some chocolate ceremonies, or 1 or 2, I don't remember, but I know I did, and I really liked it. Yeah, the ceremonies are amazing, and to me, like, if I don't contribute with my plant medicine, I feel incomplete. So it's a big blessing that I found my mission. I found where I'm living for. Like, that's an amazing blessing. I'm really grateful for that. And also, when I was in the Netherlands, more opportunities came on my path. So I did one thing, that was the retreat with the Johanna tribe. And the participants really liked it. So I'm happy with that. And I also got new inspirations for new products. And that's something I will launch next year. The first thing is microdosing Choco Bliss, which is available already. But more is to come. We have self-love chocolates, we have the Blue Lotus, we have a microdosing ayahuasca with cacao that is coming with drops. So that will come somewhere in 2022. Wow, already so far. Yeah, I also started vlogging, but I never share this, or maybe when you're watching, I already share this. But yeah, that's another thing that I picked up. And the other time that I was vlogging, it brought me so much reflection for myself, but also business-wise, new connections, people who found me. So that's something I also love doing. I also need to share my podcast more. But let's first think back on what more happened. Yeah, while I was in the Netherlands, I wanted to leave. Every day I was thinking about where to go. Should I go here? Should I go there? And on the other hand, I had such a good time with my family, with my parents. They helped me so much in what I do. So my father sends out all the orders from my website, houseofwonders.com. And it's a big blessing because I've had some struggles with him. He wanted me to be normal, and I look like him so much. So he sees himself in me. I guess that's the struggle sometimes. And now, already for a long time, he's very proud, but now he's also really helping me. And that's a huge blessing that my father helps me with so many things. And my mother too. So they are retired, but my father has a job for the first time in his life. And that's really amazing. Yeah, and my sister has been recovered. It took a few months, it was step by step, but her healing process was faster than expected. So that's amazing. I also booked a journey to Ibiza because I thought I want to leave. Ibiza is one of my favorite places. So I booked this trip and then I had a party at my house. And Johanna, a friend of mine, she said, "Why don't you go with me to Morocco?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, also fine." She said, "Yeah, just change your ticket, come with me to Morocco. And then on the way back, maybe we do Ibiza, we will see." So it was just, I don't know, 1 day before, 2 days before, I don't know. But I changed my flight to go to Morocco spontaneously. And it was an amazing experience. We would stay for a few days. But then Giovanna was sick. Then another girl that I met there, Rona, she was sick. And then we stayed over. First we were in Marrakesh. Then we went to, oh, what's the name of this place? A surfer's place a little bit, but I forgot the name. Agadir. I think it was. We went over to Rona, her house. We were staying with her family. She has 2 children. Her husband was there. A cousin was living there. There was another guy living there, or just cooking over there. And it was a beautiful experience. It was very warm. I really liked the culture to really live in a Moroccan house, to have the Moroccan food, the way they eat, the way life goes. I very much enjoyed it. But yeah, my 2 friends were sick, and I was the only one like with the energy. And then I was organizing the retreat with the Johanna tribe. So I have been working also quite a lot there, but with a very positive vibe. And yeah, we stayed, I don't know how long we stayed. Maybe it was 10 days. I don't know. But it was a very good trip. Somehow this year, it feels as if each time I was out of the Netherlands, I was whoop, feeling good. And I was back in the Netherlands, I just couldn't really feel good. Even while, to me, my experience in Amsterdam, you could be free. I could go in the cafes. There was no checkups. Like my experience was actually Amsterdam still has its spirit. That's the place I have been living for the longest time, or like it feels like that's my city. Still, I couldn't really feel like this is it. Then I was all the time thinking, where do you want to go? Changing every day because I didn't want to obey for the rules for Bali. And I was just not sure how to get there. I decided to go to Mexico, and then I had an amazing time. And a friend that I met here, Sam, I was almost every day with her. We had so much fun. I miss her so much here, and I want her to be here. Johanna was there with her boyfriend, Joel. More Bali people. I met a new friend, Julian. He was at one of my parties in the Netherlands, and his grandfather is a friend of my father, and that also made a beautiful connection. It was really nice. I miss him here. I miss Johanna here. I miss Joel here. I invite them over for next year. That's really one of my dreams, that they will be here in Bali. And yes, Mexico was a lot of fun, but it didn't feel like home. It felt more like a holiday. It's also quite overpriced. It's expensive. Everything is expensive in Tulum. Not Mexico, but Tulum, yes. Yeah, I can only say it was a very good time. Still not what I was looking for. And when I came into Mexico, I had a visa for 30 days. Everyone gets 6 months, and I got only 1 month. And because I met nice people, I had a good connection with Sam, with Julian, some other people. I thought, okay, let's stay, and I just do a visum run, and I will come back. And the day before I had to leave, because the month was over, I was thinking where to go, thinking and thinking. And I thought, I can think, but my heart has only one answer until now, and it is Bali. And then I just found a way how to get in here, and I felt, finally, peace. I was a bit nervous for the journey to get here, but it all went well. So now I have peace in my system being here. Immediately when I arrived, I didn't need time to get used to Bali life. It's like I sink in naturally. When I was in Tulum, I said it is as if my body is playing piano music, and Tulum has house music that I like, but my nature is the piano music, and then this vibration is more matching with my nature. So I feel really good being here. Only now I miss a few Tulum friends and I'm laughing about it. But I think they will find their way to come here. Um, yeah. Then going to next year. So for houseofoneness.com, I have a lot of inspiration, a lot of good ideas, and I'm so happy that I'm doing this because it gives me a lot of purpose. It gives me a lot of value, and I feel that I can contribute in something. If I wouldn't have had that, I don't know. Um, yeah, it's so important for me to do something that I feel I can contribute in the spiritual awakening, in the healing of humanity, and the plant medicine are an amazing tool to bring healing. Yeah. So one thing is the Choco Bliss, the microdosing Choco Bliss. This is available at the website right now. That's my personal favorite medicine because it has also the spirit of Mother Ayahuasca. It has ceremonial cacao that is heart opening. It has a psilocybin, and we put some citrus fruit in it. It's a bit of a different taste, but it helps that it works more fast for the microdosing. So I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of this medicine, and I'm very much looking forward to the self-love chocolates. I'm making also a card deck with that comes with this self-love chocolates, that it's a ritual. Then we have the blue lotus, and we have the ayahuasca with cacao that is coming, all microdosing products. So I'm very passionate about microdosing, and also still about the ceremonies, of course. So that's amazing for the next year. Let's see what else. I want to share more podcasts because I create them, but I don't share them enough. So that's a goal for me. Then I want to share more vlogs. I also never share them, but I will do that. And I decided to find help. So it's gonna happen. So I have somehow blocked it sometimes. And now I said yesterday, when I'm recording, it was yesterday, let's find someone who helps me, that I keep on taking action on those things and that I keep on going. The most important thing is that I keep on going on the things that I do with House of Oneness, and that I maybe find more collaborations, that I work with people who have the same vision, who also see the plant medicine as a great tool. I want to finish my book. I'm working on that for a long time, and I don't want to push it so much. It's just how the flow goes. And yeah, I think this book is also beautiful as a Roman, so a modern Roman story where plant medicine plays a big role, and you will recognize a lot from yourself in this, I guess. It has a lot of emotions and also wisdom. So yeah, it should be finished halfway 2022. I also wrote a card deck, and I just actually only need a designer, an illustrator, and then I can just create it. It's so crazy that it's just on my laptop and I don't do anything with it. I think it's time. It's an intentional card deck for ceremonies. I focus on ceremonies, and these cards are intention cards for ceremonies. It's actually done. If you know a great illustrator, please let me know. Then I can publish this too. And yeah, for my private life, I want to have the balance between working, traveling, me time, fun. Fun is very important because I think the corona, it affected everyone's life. I want to be, yeah, living in the vision of House of Oneness. So the oneness principle is very important for me, that we stay in connection with each other, whether you think this way or that way. Of course, you prefer to be surrounded with people who think the same way. So that's your inner circle. But I dream about a world where we live in this oneness. We live in harmony with nature, in connection with nature. That ritual is like they are part of our nature, that it's part of growing up, that it's normal to do rituals. So yeah, in a way I like traditions. I definitely like ceremonies. I definitely like rituals. So I will go on in teaching people how to do rituals and implement them in their lives. Clubbing, partying, it's not so much possible in many countries. And I think, like, if you look at that, this year is going to be more hard and it's going to be more suffering. Maybe even the economical system is going to collapse. They say this for a long, long time. I have a financial background, so they say like the system is sick for such a long time. And you hear people talking about the Great Reset. They will come up with a digital currency and they want to control people. So they think it's more safe for people to live. You can have another thought about it. You can make up your own mind. But it's very interesting to deepen yourself in those things as what the future will bring. Here and also in Mexico, they talk a lot about the metaverse, what this will bring, the danger of it, the addictions of it, the opportunities of it. Everything has positive and negative sides. And we could live in a world where technology is supporting us and not controlling us, and where love should be at the first place instead of control. That would be my ideal world. And it can be a money system, but to me, like, nobody should ever suffer on not having enough. That's definitely possible. It's not so complicated, but it's all, yeah, I think the world is all a reflection of our consciousness where we are. So plant medicine can be such an amazing tool to awaken yourself, to grow in consciousness. And if you grow in consciousness, you come more to your heart and you come more in acceptance, in harmony. And yeah, that's why I love doing this. I don't speak out a lot about Corona because I don't like to divide people. But I think, yeah, for what I stand for, you have an idea for what I stand for. It is nature and natural medicine. It is the heart. It's love. It's not the fear. Yeah. So I'm keep on dreaming about a world of unity, of love, of freedom, expressing the soul, creativity, soul connections, divine creations. And I'm praying for that. And with me, I hope you too. So I am personally looking forward for what I was just saying, like about my goals in my company, but I'm also a little bit afraid of the suffering from so many people. And I trust that I'm guided and that I'm protected, and that even when something seems to be impossible, it's still possible. I've seen this a lot this year in my personal life, that things looked like it was impossible and still it happened. And one thing is also maybe that I'm here. I thought it was like, I don't know if I will ever get back, but I am. And yeah, what can I say? Just stay connected with your heart. And I'm very happy to help you with the tool of plant medicines. And see you in my next video.